Welcome to the Tulu Sugar Company Fugitive Grain Dust Site Awareness Level Training. In this course, we'll look at what is fugitive grain dust and why should you be concerned. We'll look at the lessons of the past and an imperial sugar event. Okay, what should you look for and who do you notify? What are the site procedures and what do you need to know? As a visitor, vendor, or staff not directly handling sugar grains, you are exposed to hazards you may be unaware of. This training is for your awareness and safety. Further training is mandatory for anyone directly handling sugar grains. Fugitive grain dust. OSHA and the federal government define fugitive grain dust as combustible dust particles emitted from stock handling system of such size will pass through a U.S. standard 40 mesh sieve. Our sites, our refined sugar grains, especially at our storage facilities and loading transport areas, while refined sugar is widely identified, grain dust can also be created from raw materials brought on site, as well if it is broken down in a size that fits the federal definition. So pay attention. That means we have a lot of refined sugar on site, but also as sugar canes being brought in, we can have dust come from that as well. Dangerous accumulations. Any grain dust allowed to accumulate to a thickness height of 1/8 inch thick presents an explosion hazard. Site housekeeping procedures must be initiated, and grain dust accumulation will have to be removed before any work can resume. Each site has a grain sugar housekeeping plan, and all employees are trained on what their role and responsibilities are. All equipment is designed and maintained to minimize the collection of grain dust. Throughout the facility, red emergency shutdown buttons are strategically located to immediately stop local equipment and are to be used if the presence of a grain dust cloud is detected. Overview the evacuation routes. Emergency evacuation routes are painted on the walls and floors at all sites. The markings will glow in the dark in case there is a power loss. Use the ESD button if dust cloud is present. Systems can be restarted and situations can be remediated. Don't ever let a dust cloud accumulate in an area without hitting the red ESD button. Report any accumulation thicker than 1/8 inch thick to site contact or site superintendent. If you're unsure of who is the site contact or superintendent, you should report it to your supervisor. Remember, dust accumulation isn't just on the floor. Dust and grains can accumulate on equipment, light fixtures, ventilation filters. Report anything that might cause some alarm. Site grain dust mitigation teams will gladly investigate and rectify any situation. Even if it is not now a hazard, with enough time, small accumulations can quickly become big problems. Lastly, do not handle, transport, or attempt to clean sugar, sugar grain, or sugar dust unless you've been trained to do so. Tillers Sugar employees and contractors are trained to use a variety of specialized tools and methods for moving, transporting, and cleaning sugar grains that maintain a safe and dust-free atmosphere. Attempting to clean, move, or mitigate on your own could accidentally create a bigger problem. Never use or allow the use of compressed air to blow grain dust. This concludes the site mandatory awareness training. For further information, seek the site safety team or the site environmental supervisor.